I feel like there are so many neighborhoods in Santa Rosa that people just have absolutely no clue about. And that's exactly what I'm gonna get into in this week's video, the top 5 neighborhoods in Santa Rosa, California, 2021. What's up, guys? My name is Danny M. Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Santa Rosa with W Real Estate. And if this is your first time to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I drop a brand new video every single week, all having to do with Sonoma County. So if that's what you're into, hit that subscribe button so you're notified next time I drop a video. Without further ado, let's get into this week's video. So the number one neighborhood I want to talk about right off the bat, first and foremost, is the West End neighborhood. This neighborhood is awesome for so many reasons, but of course it does have its cons. The very first thing is affordability. This is one of the most affordable neighborhoods in Santa Rosa for whatever reason. I really can't understand it. It's literally walking distance to downtown Santa Rosa. It's its own kind of like private community, kind of off the beaten path a little bit. And it's just overall a very nostalgic, historical, iconic neighborhood right here in Santa Rosa. You have access to so many amazing things so close by to you that's literally within footsteps. Aroma Roasters, right off the bat, one of my absolute favorite coffee places in Santa Rosa. If you're a big coffee connoisseur, you know, my wife and I always go there every single Sunday morning. And it's just such a cool spot to hang out. We bring my little guy, he runs around, eats the awesome banana bread that they freshly make every single morning. And that's just overall a great spot to be, and I would not be upset if I lived super close to it. Another thing I really don't think people understand about the West End neighborhood is not only is it affordable and it's nearby to some great places to be close by to, but it's extremely historic. This was one of the very first neighborhoods built here in Santa Rosa. The Italian immigration came on down and they kind of set up shop there. They built all of those stone buildings inside the railroad square by hand, and they are absolutely incredible to see. One of them is Aroma Roasters, one of them is the hotel right there, and it's just a cool spot to hang out. But of course there are some cons to it. You know, there have been a lot of homeless people residing in that area as of late. You know, it's kind of an ongoing problem here in Santa Rosa, but for whatever reason, they have migrated towards this West End neighborhood. So of course, that is one of the reasons why it is so affordable. But listen, I think for me in the future, this is going to be the top neighborhood in Santa Rosa, California, hands down. It was originally the very first downtown Santa Rosa. Then some things happened. We upgraded our downtown. They put in a brand new sidewalk area there. They got some new shops. They got a whole new square right in the middle. And that kind of became downtown Santa Rosa's home. But the West End, I promise, is on the up and up. The second neighborhood I want to talk about, which is one of my favorites, again, is the Luther Burbank neighborhood. I had friends that grew up here, and it was so fun to hang out. You're walking distance from Luther Burbank Gardens, and it's just a cool neighborhood to be in. You know, it's historical, kind of like the West End. You're right next to the Roxy downtown movie theater, walking distance from downtown. You're kind of on the opposite side from the West End, but you're still about the same distance away from downtown. So it's a cool spot to be in. You're right there on you know, Petaluma Hill Road runs right into Santa Rosa Avenue. So you got access to go in, you know, north and south, wherever you want to go. Very convenient to be that close. Highway access is not too far away either. You have the amenities of downtown. You have the amenities of Juilliard Park right across the street, which is a great place. They have summer events there all the time. They have music in the grass, they call it, where people gather. You can get drinks, you can get food, you can watch great local artists. And just overall, it's a great spot to be in, and I definitely would not mind living there. The price points in the Luther Burbank neighborhood are of the more affordable side in Santa Rosa, especially. You know, we do see homes that sell there in the $400,000 and $500,000 range, which, you know, in Santa Rosa, there's not a lot of neighborhoods that do sell in that price point. So that's another great thing about the Luther Burbank neighborhood. Number 3 on my list, and I promise I am going to get to the very best neighborhood, which is number 5, in my opinion, in all of Santa Rosa. So if you're liking this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. The third neighborhood I want to talk about is the most beautiful neighborhood, and that is the Proctor Terrace neighborhood. So this is on the northeast side of Santa Rosa. This sits right below Montecito Heights. Very, very desirable place to be, but that neighborhood is in the, $1, $2, $3 million range. The Proctor Terrace neighborhood sits right below that, also known as the Grace Tract. And this is just truly an amazing neighborhood. This is one of those neighborhoods where you can walk around in and you can feel the history and you can feel the good vibes. There's huge trees all over the place, giving tons of shade. You're nearby Proctor Terrace Elementary School, which is a great elementary school if you have young kids. You're close to Johnny's Donuts, which is one of my favorite donut spots in Santa Rosa. Dutch Bros, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. If you're looking for a nice central location to be in, I think the Proctor Terrace neighborhood gives you that. Close to downtown, but still kind of on the outskirts, so you do have a little bit more privacy. Historical neighborhood, great nearby shops, but the price point is up there a little bit. Proctor Terrace neighborhood, the last few sales there have been in the $1 million range. Now, obviously, that is because of the real estate market we're in now, which is absolutely insane. There's just no homes available, so it's just shooting the prices through the roof once homes do become available, because they're getting multiple offers on them. But Proctor Terrace neighborhood is definitely on the little bit more of the expensive side, but it's just a beautiful neighborhood. Number 4 on my list, we have to talk about it if we're talking about great neighborhoods in Santa Rosa. The McDonald District has to be on the list. Now, this neighborhood is very, very, very expensive because it is such an iconic neighborhood. Located, again, in northeast Santa Rosa. The street is absolutely giant, super wide. They really don't make streets like they used to anymore, and on there are just some of the most amazing homes, in my opinion, in all of Sonoma County. Doesn't matter what city. Of course, it's home to the McDonald Mansion, which is, if you don't know, the original home of Mr. McDonald that moved from San Francisco to here. He also helped develop a lot of Santa Rosa. And, what else can I say? On Halloween and Christmas, they have these giant, all the houses get decked out with Christmas lights. Everyone shows up there. It's always a huge crowd. Halloween, they give out like full-size candy bars. I mean, it's just such a great place. And the McDonald District, in relation to Proctor Terrace, is, very, very close. It's kind of within a couple minutes from one another. So you are on that northeast side of Santa Rosa and do have access to those amenities, downtown, the movie theater, great school district and things like that. McDonald neighborhood is definitely expensive, though. It is in the $1, $2, $3, $4 million range. The McDonald Mansion has not sold in several years now, but if that home ever does come available, I'm anticipating it's probably going to be above $10 million just because of the history behind that home and that street. It is a beautiful and amazing place to live. And number 5 on my list, exactly what you have been waiting for, is my most favorite neighborhood in all of Santa Rosa. And in the beginning of this, I said I'm going to talk about some neighborhoods that people just really don't know a whole lot about, and this is number 1. This happens to be my neighborhood, so I may be a little biased here, but it is the Lomamita Heights neighborhood, located in northeast Santa Rosa. I don't even know where to begin. This neighborhood is incredible. And again, I had no idea about it before this home came for sale, but it is its own community. It's off of Shenate Road, right below Fountain Grove. So you don't have those crazy views that the top of Fountain Grove does have, but you have privacy because this neighborhood, there's one way in, one way out. So we do have some great views in our backyard, and some of the houses higher up to the top of the hill can overlook kind of all of Santa Rosa. We're like right above Home Depot and Kaiser and things like that. So you get amazing views, you get privacy, and you still have access to downtown. I mean, we're literally 3 minutes away. We hop on Shenate, head all the way down to 4th Street, and we're there in just a couple of minutes. So privacy, being close to nearby amenities, if those things are what you're looking for, I highly recommend checking out the Lomamita Heights neighborhood. Prices are a little bit on the higher end, certainly more affordable than Proctor Terrace and McDonald's, in my opinion. There have been a couple sales over there recently that did fall in the $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 range. So it is a little bit more affordable than some of those top neighborhoods I mentioned. But I truly believe, in my opinion, this neighborhood is a neighborhood that people overlook, people don't know about. We're right next to Cobblestone District, where people do know a little bit more about that side. But for whatever reason, Lomamita Heights is kind of left out. This neighborhood is so established. We have our own Facebook private group where all the neighbors like talk about what's going on and if there's any weird activity or, you know, things like that. Like this is such a tight-knit community, and I'm truly honored to live here. It's a great place to be. It's in a great school district, so when my son gets older and goes to school, we have some great options. That's another huge plus. But the privacy in this neighborhood is unreal. There's trees all around us. You literally can't even see the neighbors half the time because there's so many trees in our backyard. We just jump out on the main road, walk on down to downtown Santa Rosa if we want, and it's just truly a great place to be. And that's gonna wrap up this week's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. It means a whole lot to me. And consider subscribing so you're notified next time I drop a video, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.